Hello, I'm Dimitris Bizioglis, course leader for BA Graphic Design Communication at Chelsea. I'm a designer and creative director with a background in brand and digital design, and I run Metamorph, a small studio in London. My teaching and practice focus on designing brand behaviors and living identity systems, how identities evolve across print, screen, and space, and on interactive storytelling where audiences don't just see a brand, they experience it. Why Chelsea? Chelsea is a close-knit art and design community in the heart of London. The college is big enough to buzz, but small enough that people know your name. That makes collaboration natural. You will constantly bump into different practices, ideas, and people. Graphic design communication at Chelsea blends communication design with interactive experiences, so you don't just make graphics. You design stories, products, and environments that people can feel in print, on screen, and in space. You will develop a strong narrative voice, ethical awareness, and industry-ready skills across branding, UX UI, moving image, editorial, and many more, guided by a studio culture where tutors and dedicated technicians help you prototype fast and think critically. In first year, you learn by making and build confidence fast. You will join a tight studio community, get hands-on with tools on workshops, and start to see how every design choice communicates. We move from core graphic principles, typography, layout, photography, and art direction into research, visual analysis, and storytelling so you can frame ideas with clarity and intent. By the end of the year, you will have a set of outcomes that show your thinking. These posters come from Communication Design Studio Brief Out Loud. Students craft a message using typography only, no images, experimenting with letter form, hierarchy, rhythm and color to make ideas read at a glance and resonate in public. It's learning by doing with a social conscience, turning type into voice. These works are from Brief Hybrid. Pairs combine their passions and skills to direct and shoot a single striking image, then build a magazine opener that integrates creative typography and layout. It's a fast route into editorial thinking, concept, art direction, setup, shot, and page working together as one story. This project, which comes from the Storytelling and Narrative Studio, is a poster zine to unpack the historical and sociological context behind Jellycat merchandise, how cute aesthetics travel from nursery to streetwear and phantoms, and what that says about value, identity, and nostalgia. Research, image editing, and short form writing come together so the narrative reads on the wall as a poster and in the hand as a zine, linking design decisions to wider cultural stories. Tabula Rasa designs an accessible guided route through Tate Britain. The team produced a printed map and a digital interactive map with plain language labels, optional audio description, high contrast wayfinding, and sensory friendly poses, so more visitors feel confident and welcome. This is another interactive murder mystery experience across various artworks exhibits at Tate Britain. Now, in year 2, you shift from a confident maker to a strategic collaborator. By year's end, you will have collaborative outcomes, strategic identity work, and first immersive prototypes spanning publications, films, or interactive experiences. Here's our strategic identity design unit in action, students pitching a live brief at Koto Studio. The team built Unjam, a music platform, and delivered strategy, name, narrative, identity, UX flows, and launch assets. One coherent, testable brand from phone to venue. This project sits in our editorial design community of practice. It explores dyslexic education through an activity book using inclusive layouts, dyslexia-friendly type, chunked instructions, and tactile tasks, turning editorial design into a supportive learning tool. In year 3, you step into a professional voice. You develop a critical stance, framing a research question and a design essay that lead to refined studio outcomes. You will also take on external briefs and competitions and choose one of the Design Future studios to shape your final major project, culminating in a public show. In critical positioning, students develop a research-based project that fuses a design essay with studio outcomes, demonstrating criticality, rigorous methodology, and a clear connection between argument, evidence, and practice. For example, Eliza Wright investigated visuals in modernist cinema, drawing on Ozu and Varda, and produced a crafted A6 publication with letterpress cover and image analysis that connect material, image language, and technology culture. In year 3, we enter lab competitions. This is Georgia, a D&AD New Blood this year winner for the War Child Brief, Eye of the Needle, a sleeve for Gregory Porter's Merchant of Paradise. It reframes the biblical camel through the eye of a needle to critique how wealth and possessions can masquerade as virtue, delivered with tight concept and refined craft. Another win this year comes from Jazz for the War Child Brief, a photographic LP cover for Scissor Sisters, Return to Oz. She visualizes the song's critique for crystal meth abuse using Green Rock County as a stand-in for meth to echo the Emerald City. Changemaker Studio cultivates design as intervention, connecting research, ethics, and community to deliver measurable social or environmental impact through storytelling, speculative prototypes, campaigns, services, and experiences. From this studio, Isabel crafts a tender publication on nostalgia and family heritage, reworking her grandmother's skills through lino-printed motifs and astonishing quiet portrait photography. As authors and designers, this studio takes on the responsibility to record, inform, entertain, and provoke, crafting stories that resonate with diverse audiences. You will cultivate a unique personal voice and push the studio model through moving image, art direction, and editorial, reflecting the culture we live in while articulating your own perspective. From the author studio, Eve directs Arodazi, Spring Hair, a fashion film that captures lightness and ease. She builds a windland world, flowing fabrics, soft gradients, gentle camera drift, minimal sets so the garments breathe on screen. Her deliverables, Hero Cut plus social reels, graded and styled for a clean contemporary brand finish. In the author studio, print can expand into performance. George's project Salad About Nothing develops a theatrical brand experience around a crying onion persona. She designs the costume, art directs a spotlit photo shoot, and crafts posters and a theater program that balance dark humor with raw emotion. The Experience Designer Studio shapes how people feel and behave across screen, object, space, and service, using human-centered research, storyboards, prototypes, and tools like physical computing, sound, and light to build end-to-end experiences. Here an example from Sam's Lunara, a digital human clock for fell time. Light rings and soundscapes shift through the day, a calm, immersive exhibit on mindfulness and circadian rhythm. And finally, the Entrepreneur Studio equips design entrepreneurs to spot opportunities, drive innovation, validate with users, prototype products, and build living brand ecosystems. Alongside the brand, service model, and go-to-market, bridging creative vision with strategic business thinking for real-world impact. Lucy's home-growing venture pairs a smart planter with an app that automates care and tracks impact. She's built it like a real company, tight brand system, packaging, and digital product, connecting hardware and service into one living ecosystem. Now, when you apply, we look for potential, curiosity, and cost fit. Personal statement, just say why Chelsea graphic design communication, the stories, audiences you care about, and how you think through making. For your portfolio, show process and outcomes, research trails, iterations, test and reflections also, across print, screen, space, using sketchbooks, prototypes, short videos, anything. For the latest format and tips, check the course webpage and UAL's portfolio advice. We also use contextual admissions. We assess your achievements in context so your creative potential can shine whatever your background. Beyond core studios, you can tailor your path, take work placements in agencies, startups, or in-house teams to test skills and build contacts. For deeper immersion, pause between years 2 to 3 for the diploma in professional studies. If you are in code and emerging tech, choose the Creative Computing Institute diploma to add creative coding, UX and AI. Prefer a global lens? The tutoring scheme supports study abroad or international placement. Throughout UAL, careers and employability helps with portfolio, CVs, interviews and opportunities, so you return to year 3 with momentum and a clear direction. Here are some selected graduate paths and destinations from our course. Roles like brand, motion, product design, UX, UI, and art direction, with alumni joining studios and brands across London and beyond. Ready to take the next step? Start on the BA Graphic Design Communication course page for the most up-to-date details on content, entry requirements, and how to apply. If you can, visit us, book a Chelsea Open Day or a college tour to explore studios, workshops, and meet staff and students. Before you upload work, read UAL's portfolio advice, what to include, how to organize your projects, and how to present research process outcomes clearly. When you are ready to apply, submit your application on ucas.com. Check UCAS for the current deadlines and the application journey. Also explore funding via UAL scholarship search to see what support you might be eligible for. And if you're applying from outside the UK, check whether there is a UAL representative in your country for local guidance and events. Stay connected with Chelsea. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for studio life, student work, and open day updates. If you have any questions, drop us a line. We're happy to help. Thanks for watching. We would love to see your work and meet you soon, online or in campus. Explore the course page, book a visit, and hopefully see you at Chelsea.